All right, well, I'm back at it again with this 1968 Ford Mustang and its hot pink motor. Now today, the goal is to drop the transmission, because that is what went wrong on my last drive in this thing, which we'll get to that eventually. So I already have jack in place with a transmission adapter, and I opted out using the whole kit, the chains, the rails, and I just went with the main base plate and a ratchet strap, tie strap, because I don't think this C4 3-speed transmission really weighs that much. I went ahead and emptied the fluid, and the only thing that really has a lot of weight to it is the torque converter that's still full. But from there, we'll see what happens, huh? So I ran into a little bit of a snag here. As you can see, the jack with the transmission jack adapter is already all the way down. I don't really have the right setup in my garage to lift this car up as high as needed in order to get all this out from underneath the car. As you can see, I'm already maxed out on the jack stands up there. So I think what I'm going to have to do is just manhandle the transmission. That means we're going to take it completely off the jack and basically take the transmission out by hand. This should be fun. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Let's manhandle this transmission out. Now, I did put my other jack in the front of the transmission to at least hold it up a little bit as I get the big one out of the way, because that just did not work how I expected it to. You know, I'm not a professional. I'm doing this by all means by myself. A little bit educated on how to actually remove a transmission, but you know what? That's how it goes. That's how I like to do it. So the goal is, I'm going to lift the tail end of the transmission up. I'm going to try to slide this big guy out of the way towards camera without hitting it. And hopefully it all just doesn't come crumbling down. If not, we may just be buying a new transmission. But I don't think it's really going to hurt this old transmission, but let's see. Yeah, let's put our head right in the way, huh? That's the way to do it. Okay, the transmission's gonna wanna go. One way or the other, it's coming down. Oh, that wasn't too bad. But now there's transmission fluid all over the place. And I'm kind of stuck. All right. Awesome. Not exactly how I wanted things to go, but whatever. Cool. Well, at least it's out for right now, and I gotta get out from underneath the car. That was not fun at all. But hey, that's fine. We got it out. A little bit of a mess on the floor, but that's what garages are for, right? Sweet. So I got the transmission out. I took a little bit of manhandling. So initially what I thought happened is the flex plate came unbolted from the engine. But now after seeing this, I'm kind of confused. The flex plate's still bolted to the torque converter on the transmission, but the inside, this should have a ring attached to it, which actually bolts to the motor itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crawl underneath the car and see exactly what happened, exactly what we got going on. So this is actually pretty crazy to see. Initially what I thought happened is these bolts that hold the flex plate onto the motor came undone. You got this inner ring and the bolts that actually sandwich the flex plate to the motor. But you see this outer ring? That's actually part of the flex plate, which makes me think that the flex plate itself was warped. So as it's spinning, it actually shook itself apart. That's pretty crazy if you think about it. But I guess you'll get that on these big jobs. But what we'll do is we'll get a new flex plate. I already have new bolts, high strength thread locker. We'll torque the new ones down. And yet again, I'll have myself a 1968 hot pink 302 Ford Mustang. You know it.